Hey, I'm Pastor Mark. I'm pastor of the Community Baptist Church here in Altoona, Pennsylvania. We in the big old railroad city in Altoona. And this is my friend Shawn, and we wanted to chat with you just briefly. We wanted to chat with you. We wanted to talk at you about addiction. Both of us came from backgrounds that, in my personal life, a lot of substance abuse. And I would just say to you that, my friend, you need to get God's help. You need divine help to get loose from this stuff. Shawn, talk at the camera and who's ever out there in cyberspace. We know you're there.
Absolutely. So, oh man, the addiction comes in so many forms. I know.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
You can't limit it to a needle or to any
Absolutely.
substance.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of people I know become addicted. Simply, there was something seriously wrong with them. The doctor gives them a prescription of something legally, and
it's just downhill from there.
You just can't come off of it. There was no ill intent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, even like myself, that wasn't the case for me. I did it just because I was a bad person. I did what I wanted to do, you know.
Yeah.
And but Jesus changed all that for me. So.
Yeah, and that's what I would say too. That it was something that Christ did for me in my heart. That when I received Him by faith, I realized that if I was going to say that I was a Christian, that if I was going to say I'm somebody who has been born again, that I had to let go of that stuff. Right. And that was what motivated me.
Yeah.
But the thing I would say is that neither of us, it's been a lot of trial and error. It's been a lot of falling down and getting back on your feet.
Yeah. Another big thing for me is it's like it's being around new people. Being around you, all my Christian brothers and sisters.
I don't know if that's a good influence.
Opinions vary. No, but seriously, you're still going to have your old friends or whoever it is that you hung out with. You're always going to have.
So
that
are you ready? Are you ready to let some negative people walk from your life? That you gotta get loose from some of those negative people.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
Hey, Shawn, the best thing one of the great decisions that God helped me to make was to say, I'm cutting ties with those negative people. Yeah. But I realized that, okay, I'm not going to be friendless, and you wouldn't be friendless. Shawn and I would be your friend.
Absolutely.
But I knew I had friends at church.
Right.
I wasn't going to be just friendless.
Right.
There were people in church that were going to love me, that were going to accept me, that were going to help me. And so I knew I was not just going to be without anybody.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's not like you're enemies with these people now. You know,
no. You can't have that idea.
Hopefully one day they can get the salvation that you have out of it. It's basically you're just not associating in that way anymore.
Yeah, because if you do, I heard a preacher say one time, you either now are or soon will be what your friends are.
That's so true.
And I was like, I don't want to be that anymore. And if you don't want to have this substance, whatever it is, controlling you, you're going to have to say, I don't want to be that anymore. And if you don't want to be that anymore, first I'd say, after that, you got to look for God. You got to find Jesus Christ. Well, I guess you got to let Him find you. Yeah. You've got to receive Him. And then you've got to cut ties with some of the negative people. You know, he that walketh with wise men, whoever walks with wise men, you'll be wise.
Yeah. I can say a lot of times it you know, when you're on something, it dulls your emotions, and a lot of times, I know for me, I didn't pay attention to the signs that were there. You know, it's like you knocking on a door. That's a sign. God is calling you when something like that happens. There's so many different things you have to look out for. God doesn't want those things to happen. He doesn't want us to be addicted.
I think sometimes too that you know, there's something that there's some, a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times there's some pain.
Yeah.
There's some tragedy, there's some deep hurt, and you might not even know that it's there.
Yeah.
But you're trying to cope with it by using this stuff, like you said, that it numbs you to this pain.
It does. It does, absolutely.
So let me give you a couple of arguments why you should get clean, because you get so much more by God will give you, Jesus Christ will give you so much more if you let go of this stuff, this substance. If you let go of that and lose that, if you're willing to let go of that stuff and those people and let God put something else in your hand. Here's what I got, Shawn.
Yeah.
I got a purpose in life. I've got a wife who loves me.
Amen.
I got kids that love me.
Yeah.
I got friends sitting next to me here. Got Brother Deku running the camera behind the camera there. I've got a church of people that love me. You would get so much more, but God don't rip anything out of your hand. You know,
Absolutely
He don't
not.
just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. I think a lot of times people have the illusion too that, you know, it doesn't mean everything is trouble-free.
No.
We know we still have our struggles. But a
Tell-
wise man told me once, if you were to empty out one of your clothes drawers and get rid of all the clothes that don't fit anymore, if you don't put new clothes in there, what do we fill it up with? Junk. So basically, when you're getting rid of this addiction or whatever's bringing you down, God is the replacement. Jesus Christ is the replacement for
Wow,
that.
that's good, man.
There's always been something missing in myself, and I know drugs help to fill that. And that's not missing anymore.
So if you're empty and you've been trying to fill that empty spot with dope, why don't you try some hope instead? Woo!
Amen.
Why don't you try Jesus instead? He worked for me. I hadn't been the same for 35 plus years. I'm not perfect. I'm not sinless. But you get so much more if you're willing to let go than what you currently have and are holding on to. What did you get from letting go and letting God and letting Christ come and
Oh, my word.
be your master?
Well, I have a peace and a comfort.
Not
It's-
southern comfort, it's divine comfort.
It's divine comfort. That's right. It's hard to. It's something that you can't put into words.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people will understand what I'm talking about. There's like this. I always called it a lonely feeling. I always felt anxiety, nervous about things. It's when you have that hope. There's something to look forward to. You're not letting your family down. You're not out to spend your last dollar on you,
Yeah.
but you're looking out for others. It feels good to be able to take care of your family than to be lying and secretive and hiding. It's
Yeah.
a stressful thing.
Here's what I'd say in closing, that whatever your addiction is or whatever your problem is, there's hope.
Right.
There is hope. Look, listen to this, my friend. Jesus was dead and buried. They put him under 100 pounds of spices, and they had done shoved a spear up into his side. The man was dead. Right. You might look at your life and say, it's dead, it's hopeless, it's always going to be this way. Hey, Jesus rose again. My soul shall rest in hope. There is hope for you. Shawn, give him some parting words.
Well,
Closing idea.
I would say, let Jesus into your heart. You might think that it can't happen to you, that things aren't going to change. I was one of those people. There's still people today that find it hard to believe that I can be where I'm at. That's not Shawn. That's not who that is. But this is who I am. Christ is the one that vouches for
He
me.
made a change.
My
He made
new
a change.
actions show who I am.
Yeah, that's good. Well, thanks for watching. Hope this will help you.